Might get peeked on here by a finesse, and he is just stuck towards Octagon. Nothing you can do. You can maybe salvage a kill here or there if you're lucky, get that ult charged up, and he might just get it. Well, there's the guarantee neural theft into the next round. Call it!
O esnada geçti ama çok dikkatsizler. Wayne наступает, Перфи, брат. Ай-яй-яй-яй, Беркел, что ты делаешь?
Tenemos la doble, la triple, la cuádruple.
And he gets another.
Flex.
And four
Behind
more.
him.
Are you kidding me?
4 kills.
Of course he gets the ace.
Collateral damage!
Welcome to the Headshot, your weekly dose of all things VALORANT Champions Tour. Let's kick it off with a look at some of this week's best moments from Challengers events across the globe.
Y lo termina sorprendiendo la cuádruple. We're gonna be able to do everything, and oh, look at that Molly coming in from hell too. Good lineup. Hayes just drops on in, takes down both Sam Ryan, and he's so ready. Head on a swivel. You know where the last person is. Hayes with an ace.
Vai encontrar o adversário, mas ele não esperava ali o fim da fumaça, mas ele foi lá.
Para detectar la paranoia, cuidado con Close, tiene la terminación. Miren la triple, quiere la cuádruple, la yakında bir oyuncu daha var Moş'tan. Sarmoş! Ultisi de açık. Rakibi direkt karşısında enfes! Harika bir clutch. Moş!
Винтер рук, возможно, надеялся как-то на эйс, набрал одного, тут уже, да, конечно. Что?
Let's head over to Europe and check in with the one and only G2 Ardis for his take on how each region has been developing thus far.
Hey, it's Ardis from the G2 Esports Valorant team here. The quality of Valorant in Europe is quite high, I think. There's a lot of good teams, a lot of them in Europe, CIS, even Turkey's got good teams as well. Orgs like Fnatic are coming in and picking up good teams. Most of the teams that are good are only getting stronger, like FPX, Liquid are getting stronger as well, so same with us with G2. Like, if anyone has any weaklings, they just replace them. I think in the next 6 months, I think Europe's going to be a very, very strong region. I think other regions like Japan and Korea, even though they have good teams, I don't think the region's as strong. But I think the main competition comes from NA. They have every single CSGO pro quitting the game and coming over to Valorant, so I think that's a big edge that they have that we don't really have. There's like the triangle of like Sentinels, TSM and 100 Thieves. I think it's like on any day, any of them beat each other. Coming into VTC, I think there'll be many comps. I'm not quite sure what the meta will be, to be honest, but I think everyone will have their own little take on maps. Obviously, there's the stuff that we do that other teams might not do. Some might not play Sentinels like we do. Like, I think everyone will have their own little wild card factor. I think it'll be fun to see how it plays out. Thank you for watching. Thank you to G2. Thank you to all the sponsors. And yeah, peace out. Follow me on Twitter, and God bless.
Next, let's take a look at the current standings from last weekend's tournaments. Week 2 Open qualifiers in North America ended with 100 Thieves, FaZe Clan, Gen G, and Envy all making it out. This was the highest placement that both FaZe Clan and Gen G have seen in a while, with Gen G's performance being particularly notable as they eliminated TSM in their qualification match.
1v2 as the spike goes down. He's able to find drone. He just needs He's able to do it onto Hayes. Gen G will send TSM home!
Another week of Challengers passes without TSM in the main event. Will Wardell and his crew be able to bounce back? Stay tuned to find out. After being eliminated by Furia in Week 1, Gamelanders finally got their revenge. They defeated Furia in Week 2 main event semifinals and will now prepare to face the up-and-coming Rise Gaming in the upper bracket finals. Rise put Brazil on notice with their impressive first tournament performance, defeating top teams like Imperial Esports along the way. A new era begins in Latin America North as Laser Clan's reign of terror finally ends. After spending months on top, Laser Clan was defeated in Week 2 main event grand finals by none other than LDM Esports. LDM has been on the rise since the start of the VCT, achieving stardom by defeating some of the region's top orgs like Infinity Esports. Keep an eye out for LDM as they fight to maintain the crown in Challengers Week 3. Another upset also went down in Latin America South, where the notorious Weigers Argentina was defeated by Australs in the grand finals. This is one of the first major victories for Australs, who are looking to cement a new legacy in their side of the region. Challengers Turkey kicked off with a bang as Footballist, Cyberskull Esports, Oxygen Esports, and your First Strike champions BBL Esports emerged victorious from the Week 1 main event. Cyberskull Esports had an outstanding breakout performance as they upset 1907 Fenerbahce in the final stage of the event. Challenger CIS also kicked off this week. One Breath Gaming, Gambit Esports, Crow Crowd, and Team Singularity came out on top in the Week 1 main event. Singularity staged a massive comeback in their final match against Tweezy. After winning the first map, Singularity got stomped on split 13-1. However, that didn't faze them.
То есть игры? Ну нет, Тур потащит класс.
Singularity pulled it together and took a dominant win on map 3, emerging victorious over Tweezy in the end. Over in Southeast Asia, open qualifiers for Challengers Week 2 were held in the Philippines. Here are the teams that made it out. Now let's check in on a few members from our first class. The showstopper is back. Brazil's first-class representative Mwzera blasted away the competition in Challengers Week 2 main event. After his team Gamelanders were eliminated early on in Week 1 qualifiers by Furia, they got their chance for a rematch in the Week 2 semifinals. Mwzera embraced the opportunity and popped off with an insane stat line, achieving an average combat score of 299 and an average damage per round of 186. Mwzera has always been known as one of the top raised players in the world, but he surprisingly opted for Reyna this match on Icebox. Reyna's aggressive carry-focused toolkit was a perfect match for Mwzera's playstyle. Here's hoping we'll see some more in the finals this weekend. Other standout performances in the first class include Asuna and NA, who carried 100 Thieves to victory in the Week 2 Open qualifiers with some massive aces against Anbox and Caught in 4K.
But Asuna is just holding W. He might get another ace. He's hunting. He can smell blood in the water. Give it to him. Asuna with 5.
In LATAM, Rainmaker and his team Infinity Esports fell to their rivals Laser Clan, but still maintained a third-place finish to secure their spot in Masters. We also saw the VCT debuts for 2 other first-class members, Turco of Oxygen Esports in Turkey and Duno of CIS Faith in CIS. Turco and his team successfully qualified into the Challengers event. Unfortunately, Duno and his team fell to One Breath Gaming, so they'll have to try again in Challengers Week 2 Open qualifiers. Who will be our ones to watch this week? Let's head over to Turkey to find out.
Sasuke'yi yakalamış, yakın mesafede etkilenmesine rağmen döndü bile. Base buldu.
Futbolist is back for blood in the VALORANT Champions Tour. Futbolist has been a staple in the Turkish scene since the early days of Valorant, but they've really made a name for themselves internationally over the last few months with their second place finish at First Strike and now with their amazing performance at Challengers Turkey Week 1. They've proved their dominance this week with some amazing stats and results, including a perfect 13-0 game over Team Aurora on Split, where Sturbin put up 31 kills, securing an astounding average combat score of 602, one of the highest recorded ACS peaks of the VCT thus far.
Ben ölüm demek.
Futbolist made a statement with their performance in Challengers Week 1, silencing any remaining doubters following their loss at First Strike. On the other side of the bracket, Futbolist rivals and First Strike champions BBL Esports also popped off, completing a perfect undefeated weekend and also qualifying for Challengers Week 2. Without a doubt, Futbolist and BBL are a cut above the rest in Turkey, but will the driven and hungry players of Futbolist be able to get their revenge against the reigning champs of BBL? Keep an eye on the brackets because when these two titans finally meet again, it'll be a match you can't miss. Which VCT matchup so far deserves a run back? Let us know in the comments and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the action. Thanks for watching The Headshot. For upcoming matches and schedules, check out ValorantEsports.com. We'll see you next week for more updates on all things VALORANT Champions Tour.